And thank you, Colonel Grady. And I understand that you are doing the work, and I appreciate that. And I thank you for coming today. And please know that this is not a character misjudgment. This is an operation. So every member of this committee has been provided a copy of that 2024 State Police Employee Engagement Survey. And I'm going to read some of the comments that the Michigan State Police officers made in that survey, and then I'm going to ask you to respond to some of them. So, quote, leadership and IA can stop all the retaliation that we are promised to be protected from, quote. Quote, I work for MSP. With the current regime, I will never feel safe, comfortable expressing my thoughts. It's well known. The top will make your life difficult if you speak out, quote. Quote, get rid of the current leadership that does not want anyone expressing their opinions. It's well known that Colonel Grady and Lieutenant Brimacombe do not want anyone asking questions about their decisions, and if they do, they will pay the price, end quote. Quote, retaliation is huge in this department. We are not allowed to speak our minds as we will be punished if we spoke. The trust about the way this used to be great department has been destroyed by this current administration, end quote. I'm going to skip a couple because there's a lot. Quote, leadership does not always want to hear what you have to say. If it is not positive or aligned with their ideology, they are not interested. They immediately get defensive, make excuses, and become angry or are moving on from the topic, end quote. Well, I'm going to do this one more. I am definitely not comfortable sharing my thoughts at this department. Based on retaliation efforts I have seen transpired with others, I would not feel safe sharing an opinion. I also have observed department members becoming reluctant to share with others. This is incredibly disturbing. This department seems to be fostering a culture of fear and isolation, which is extremely harmful in such a high-stress career. So those are just some of the statements that are in that survey. And I guess I look at it as, I don't see we have a tier system in Michigan, but I do see that the MSP is the elite policing force. You guys go through the most elite training and you set the example for other departments. And so what we do see, in my personal opinion, because I've had other officers from other departments come to me about similar issues that's going on in their own departments. And so you see the MSP behaving this way and this trickle-down effect that is bleeding on to other departments. So in light of these comments by your employees, my question is then for you, why is there a common theme about talking about retaliation from yourself and from Britcombe against the officers within your own department, and then how do you plan to address it?
Again, I am a proud veteran and servant here at the Michigan State Police. I've been here for a long time. I will continue to do my best in increasing morale within the agency and within the profession. I cannot control what other agencies do. I can only do my best here with the MSP by setting the bar and setting the example as a leader here. I am doing that because I am committed to the members of this agency and to the great state of Michigan.
So do you know why, though, okay, so setting aside my other comments, but these are from your own officers that they feel as if they're being retaliated against. How have they come to that conclusion?
As I indicated earlier, I'm making myself accessible. I've made myself accessible. And I have done worksite visits, touching as many members of this agency as possible. Those are not the type of comments that I get. I believe wholeheartedly that the majority of this agency does not feel that way. They are doing the work every day. A lot of them are satisfied with their work environment, with the work that they do. and providing excellent public safety services to the members and the residents in this state.
Do you think that you have made comments potentially that would have caused them to feel fearful if they talk to you? Could you recall anything that there would be a reason that multiple officers are in fear of retaliation?
I don't believe that multiple officers feel retaliation.
So, but we have.
And no, the answer is no. No, I don't say things
So do you think
that would
the
be
survey
troubling to
was
the membership here in this
fabricated?
department.
Do you think the survey was fabricated?
When you look at the survey, there are almost copycat responses in those surveys.
Well, do you think, because clearly there's a theme, so they might have the same things and the same thoughts to say.
Well, it's an anonymous survey too. That's understand that. And so I have offered the opportunity for anyone that has a question or concern as this agency's leader to feel free of contacting me. And I have no problem with sitting down with them and hearing them out.
But again, they still believe they're being retaliated against so much that they're coming to us. And it's not just one, two, three, there's multiple people, and I wasn't privy to the whatever you call it, desperate, don't change my words, so it's a real thing that's happening here. And I guess I hope, I have just one final question, a little bit because I know Du Bois is going to follow up. Can you tell me just a little bit your relationships with the MCOLS process and how MCOLS files are stored within police officers across the state? I know that you're not in charge of it, but can you explain that at all?
Excuse me. MCOs is connected with the state police, but it's a separate entity. I don't control what MCOs does. They have their own director there. We are on the board, like many other agency leaders, to have those discussions about training for law enforcement across this state. But that's a question that would be for the MCOs director.
Thank you.